And here we have Caley. I've been doing some barking videos showing how I've been teaching her to not respond to the bin men coming. That has gone absolutely fabulously well. In fact, the last time the bin men arrived, she stayed asleep. She was on the chair, nice and relaxed, nice and chilled. She watched them going about their daily business and just totally ignored them, which is what we want, is for those sort of things to become nothing burgers. But today we've got, probably can see there's a van pulled up outside full of scaffolding, so there's been lots of clanks and bangs, and the house next door is actually having scaffolding put up around their kitchen extension area. And so there's a lot of clanking and brrrs and things like that going on, which initially really worried her. I had a lot of barking when they arrived, but I was able to calm her down very, very quickly from that high state of arousal, down to this, where she's, again, just ignoring all the burrs and the clanks that are going on outside. So, you see, I'm doing the same sort of thing as what I was doing with regards to the bin men, but there's also been some other games that have been going on, so she's really nice and relaxed now. What I'm going to do is get her up. Caley! And we're going to play a super fast game. Whoa, a super fast game. Way! That's really good. So I've got her following a tree, and then I'm going to bring her down. Going to bring her down to a slower. That is really good. Bring her down. And then I'm going to hoppity hop. Hop on it. Thank you. Bring her down to a really nice, calm, chilled, relaxed level. So what I'm doing there is bringing her arousal levels up, getting her really excited, and then asking her to calm straight back down again. So it's things like this which actually help her to make those kind of decisions, from going from super excited down to being really nice, really chilled out again. So this is actually giving her the skills to be able to cope with situations like what's going on out there. So, as I said, lots of things that's been going on behind this as well, to build up her confidence. She's actually gone from a very, very nervous. She was traumatized at one point by building sites appearing outside, down to a dog who's very, very confident, that can cope with most things now. So the fact that she's coping with the things that are going on outside this morning is absolutely fantastic, because a year ago she would not have coped with this, not at all. And I will say that I did have to make use of Calm Canis Happy Chews, which is full spectrum CBD oil, because she was a year ago in such a state over things like this that some behaviourists would have said, oh, she needs medication. I really don't want to go down that track, because medications like that do actually alter the brain, and like a lot of other medications, can have some kickbacks as well. So I'd rather do things naturally, and the full spectrum CBD oil was literally the icing on the cake, which helped her hold things together as I was sort of dripping the layers of the behaviour change I wanted to see into her. Whereas before, I was trying to work on it, and I was literally on the bottom layer, getting her down to the simplest of levels. And yeah, she would sort of remember it for a day or so, and then she'd forget it. And even with rehearsal, she would be forgetting things at even the most basics of the levels. So the full spectrum CBD oil actually did help to calm her brain enough to be able to start putting these things into practice, and for her to be able to form the memories and form the experiences. So if you've got a very, very nervous, traumatized dogs, I think that's a really good option. If you're in a different country and you can't get Happy Chews, Calm Canis Happy Chews, then I suggest that you look up full spectrum CBD oil for dogs. Now, some people go, oh my God, you're sending the dog high. Absolutely not, because the amount of THC, which is the chemical in there, which does send people and animals high, it's such a tiny, tiny amount, something like 0.3%. So there's nothing in there which can actually send your dog high or send them totally spaced out, man. Nothing like that. So it's all very natural stuff. It's all very good stuff. The dog has got the right receptors to be able to handle that, and it has helped her. She's not on them now. She's totally clear of these things now, so, and she's able to cope with most things that go on around her. So something to bear in mind. And this to me is absolutely fantastic that she is this chilled with all the things that are going on this morning. So games of arousal up, arousal down, and actually getting her so that she can cope with these situations which arise just by doing these little simple training games, and then building them up and building them up and building them up until eventually they can cope with just about anything. So there's lots of bangs and booms and things going on out there, isn't there? And look at how chilled you are. What a good girl.